Let's hope we are straight. Hey, Scorp Sag. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your Timeless Astrology Tarot reading. My name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in here to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs, every new and full moon, and every zodiac season. I'm super, super excited to do this reading for you all. Thank you guys so much for joining me and tuning in. All right, let's go ahead, get ourselves situated. I am going to burn a chakra incense for you, Scorp Sag. Then we're going to sound the singing bowl 1 to 3 times to kind of clear and set the energy. And then we'll get into the channeled messages and then the cards. All right. So I hope all is well. I hope that this live does find you guys in the highest vibration possible. And again, I appreciate you tuning in, okay? And if you're new here, make sure you let me know that in the comments down below. Say hi. Drop your birth month and day. If you recently discovered that you were born on this cusp of revolution, you might find a birthday twin down there in the comments. All right? Or you could just talk to me. Okay. But no, I'm grateful for every one of you that guys share your thoughts. Let me know that it resonates in the comments down below, or just say hello. I love that. I love getting comments from you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Scorp Sag, there is a poll on my community tab, my community board, regarding the zodiac season energy readings. I am considering making these zodiac season readings for members only on my YouTube channel. It would be for both tiers on YouTube. It would be a monthly check-in, kind of similar, pretty much what I do publicly, but just for my members. So the energy is a little bit more intimate, a little bit more fine-tuned to those who are members of the channel, okay? Now, I'm just considering it, so I wanted to put a poll to see how you guys felt about it, because, I just want to make sure that the content and the readings that I do give you guys are readings that you're interested in and that you feel connected to, okay? And the zodiac season readings are fun. I really enjoy them, but the feedback, or at least I don't get much response from you guys. So I just want to be sure that it's something you guys are tuning into and are interested in. So make sure you go cast your vote, whether or not you are okay with me making it a members only thing, whether you want me to keep them public and keep doing them publicly, or whether you'd like to just kind of scrap the whole series altogether. Okay. I have some other ideas depending on kind of how that poll levels out come the time that we approach Virgo season. If you're watching this with me in real time, I have some other ideas about what I could kind of offer in place of the zodiac season readings, or I might just make them members and do something else for the collective regarding the seasonal energy. But I just want to see your guys' thoughts before I kind of put anything into place and into action. All right. So make sure you share your thoughts and your feedback over there on the community board. Okay. And I will announce what we will be doing prior to the next season reading. Okay. So shop talk all out of the way. Thank you guys again for tuning in and being here. We got your solar plexus chakra incense ready. Let's go ahead and set the tone, ground the energy, do whatever grounding and gratitude practice feels right and best for you in this moment, my loves. And we'll go ahead and get started. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me in here to Scorpio-Sagittarius energies, Scorpio-Sagittarius cusp, and Scorpio-Sagittarius placements. Cosmic influencers, what do we need to know? You've got the 10th house. Ooh, this feels like a career reading for you, Scorp-Sag, right off the bat. There will be some major shifts in your career, whatever industry that you're in. It's either the industry that's going to have some shifts here, and or it's going to be your role that you play within the career field that you are a part of here, okay? Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career with the 10th house. Natural Capricorn energy, okay? Ooh, I just heard getting in your bag. Okay, so that could definitely be something that you are amping up right now, or just really, really focused on, okay? Building some sort of structure and discipline around your life mission, or what you feel your life mission is at this moment and at this point in time. Definitely having major accomplishments, okay? I do feel there will be things to celebrate in the near future here for you, if not already. I feel like certain things are starting to trickle in, but I do feel like there are bigger accomplishments ahead of you, Scorp Sag, but it's career. It's about really solidifying yourself in a particular way, as far as that life mission, life path work is concerned, okay? Yeah, you got thick. So whatever is to come, it's permanent, okay? It's going to offer you a solid sense of stability due to you being very persistent, okay? And being very dependable and very loyal to a particular field, a particular job. I do feel like that's going to be for some of you. It's the loyalty that's going to pay off if you've been working the same job for a while now, okay? And feel like there's like a boost in the career, or like, again, there could be a promotion or some sort of advancement here. I'm seeing the Chariot in my mind's eye. Whatever the structure and whatever the discipline you've gained by pursuing this life mission is also fixed. A fixture now, a pillar now, or a strong part of your foundation when it comes to your material world, or again, how you show up on the world stage, okay? So expect career to look really, really good. That's exciting. Okay, congratulations in advance if you do receive a promotion or get some sort of bonus or raise. Maybe there's a new job coming in for you, okay? But again, I think for some of you, it is some sort of boost in a current situation that you have, or something you're currently pursuing as life path, life mission, or a career for you, okay? So anything else here, Divine? I just heard the door is open. So yeah, I feel like there are a lot of opportunities coming your way. There is something that feels like it's been unlocked for you recently. Whether you're aware that that door is unlocked, I'm not sure, but we'll get into that in the tarot. But I do feel like there is this like window of availability, or this window of opportunity where you get to seize the moment. Okay, I would definitely say trust your instincts, trust your intuition here around which moments to seize, which opportunities to walk through or entertain or connect with, and which ones to kind of like be selective about. Yeah, there's just this, so there could be quite a few opportunities coming your way. Make sure you're just selective. All right. Yeah, I hear intuition and wisdom. I think you have enough wisdom around what really aligns with you and what doesn't, to know which path to take or which opportunity to remain open to, okay? But yeah, you're very career focused, very 10th house focused right now, or that's where you're trying to gain a lot of discipline and a lot of structure, okay? And or I do feel that. I feel like there are some major doors or really, really big opportunities coming your way. What was a bit of a chunk? Okay. So new doors opening when it comes to your life mission and your career here. I like that. Okay, tell me more. Anything else here, Divine? For Scorpio Sagittarius in the now moment, what do I need to be aware of before we get into these cards? I just heard heart chakra awakening. Okay, I feel like that's a big collective energy, especially with Venus being in retrograde in Leo out of all of the energies, and in Cancer if you follow Vedic. So it's almost like your heart's open to something. And I almost wanted to say finally open to something. So this could be something that you were maybe pushing yourself away from for a while, not really focused on, not really even into, or just kind of not making a priority in your life. That could be a switch, that could be a change. I do feel like with these opportunities in career, it is important to keep your heart open. I just heard the possibilities are endless. So again, I just think that there's a need to not be too narrow-minded around the work you can do. Some of you maybe have some really sturdy transferable skills that might lead you into a field or an industry that you maybe never thought would apply to your skill set, or that you could utilize your skill set in. So there's a little bit of newness there, or some exploration there for you guys. Career looks great. Like really great. So kudos to you for building that structure and remaining disciplined and persistent, okay? If there's a goal you've been working towards, stay fixed on that goal. Don't give up on that goal. Okay, use a lot of that Scorpio will to really just stay focused, okay? But definitely use that Sagittarius energy to remain optimistic, remain open to exploring different avenues, different opportunities, or just different possibilities. I do feel like there's an air of uniqueness. Make sure you understand or know your 10th house energy, and or what your midhaven is. Your midhaven placement speaks to how you show up in your career. It's also known as your 10th house cusp, okay? Yeah, your midhaven, getting into your midhaven energy. Some of you could have a very earthy midhaven, or an airy midhaven, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to, but that's just what I'm seeing. Something about that feels very supported based off of the current astrological placements. Like there could just be a lot of aspects happening with your midhaven energy right now, so it's like boosting you in the realm of your career, or setting you on the right path, or getting you in the right rooms, or you know what I mean, just things like that kind of happening. Some of you definitely maybe have been praying for this type of change, or these types of shifts, or these types of doors to open. It's like, yeah, your prayers are definitely being answered in this moment. Mind you, this is timeless in general, so take it only as it resonates. And if it recycles back up on your feed, there may be messages that come out that are meant for you down the line, all right? So just make sure you follow your intuition and trust yourself. Use it as a tool throughout this reading. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jupiter. Growing and expanding despite some form of opposition here. I think you've been in some sort of power struggle or point of tension for a minute, or maybe feeling as if things are been imbalanced. Oh, yeah. Okay. This speaks to the lunar node shift. All right. We now are in tropical North Node Aries and South Node Libra. In tropical, we were moving out of North Node Taurus and South Node Scorpio. So this is what I mean. There's been this time of opposition, of kind of like swimming upstream, if you will, or climbing up a steep mountain, like really just kind of trekking, feeling the forces, like gravity working against you. But I do feel like that Jupiterian energy has allowed you to remain optimistic, remain hopeful, remain mutable, really, to be able to navigate and manage the changes, or the tension, or the imbalance that's maybe been occurring over the past 18 months, maybe even 3 years, okay? But it's time for growth and expansion. I think you've built enough, again, structure and discipline through this opposition that now when this abundance and this growth and expansion comes in, you'll have such a strong sense of how to be a good steward of it or how to manage it, to where I really do feel like where you are now in this moment, Scorp Sag, and where you'll be maybe in the next 18 months and or 3 years will be like complete polar opposites in a good way, in a positive way, with Jupiter being out here. Yeah, some of you could have like a Virgo midhaven. So integrity, reverence, and service is kind of how you show up in the career world. So positions and roles or opportunities that hold a lot of integrity or you feel integritous around. Again, there's a lot of reverence for the work being done, and it's all kind of centered around service. Some of you could also be in like the health field as well, or maybe you have like a desire to get into the health field. I'm thinking like nursing, or like hospital management. I'm hearing like just little things like that, maybe. Whatever this is, you are experiencing growth and expansion after a time of imbalance. Okay? Beautiful. We love that. Anything else I need to be aware of before we get into these cards and the direct influences for Scorpio, Sagittarius, Divine? Okay. Let's see what you guys got going on. Thank you so much, Divine, for connecting me here with my Scorp Sag cusp babies and Scorpio Sagittarius placements and my soul tribe just tuning in and hanging out. What's important for them to know right now? How are Scorpio Sagittarius energies being influenced, guided, supported in the cosmos, in the now moment? Cosmic influences for Scorpio Sagittarius. Cosmic influences for Scorpio Sagittarius, the 7th house. Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. And this is what I mean, heart open. So we saw how career came out. I think that's been your focus, trying to find balance, trying to maybe work out some sort of power struggles that were occurring. Almost just kind of like really trying to find your footing or your own, again, I keep hearing the word your own structure and your own discipline, or just your own way of making moves or moving things around, or just kind of navigating the career world. Okay. Focused on that, getting that together. And then here comes the 7th house. So there might be an important relationship. Now, profound relationships doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Okay. This could be a profound partnership with a business, right? You might become partner somewhere. Some of you might be lawyers. There could be some sort of collaborative effort or some consulting work you might do. Like, again, like there could just be a very profound connection, relationship, or partnership that comes into your life that maybe aids in the growth and expansion of your career, your ambitions, your that 10th house energy. Okay. Now, very interestingly enough, there's something about the 7th and the 10th house for you, Scorp Sag. And again, you can count your houses, or you can know your houses based off your rising sign or your ascendant. Whatever your ascendant house is, you want to count forward. That's considered your first house, your ascendant. So your second house is the sign next to it, and so on and so forth, okay? So something about the 7th and the 10th house right now feels very active for you again. Venus being in Cancer, Leo. Got some, I believe, some like Capricorn energy with Pluto. Definitely some Aquarius energy, I believe, with Neptune maybe, and maybe Pisces. There's something there. We definitely have Taurus energy, Aries and Taurus with Jupiter. Yeah, so definitely see if you can do some sort of like cross analysis with the current cosmic mapping against your natal chart or your progressive chart. If you don't know what your natal chart is, I do have free calculators linked in my description box below, okay? So you can kind of get a little deeper into that energy and understanding your own personal natal mapping. Yeah, like I said, mutable. It's important for you to lean into that mutable Sagittarius energy. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, and mutable came out with Pisces, okay? So Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Mutable energies are about surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. And that's what I mean. It's a change of heart. And you've got the moon. Yeah. Thank you, divine. Period. Okay. Lunar node shift definitely having a strong effect on you here, Scorp Sag, because finally the South Node is out of Scorpio energy and Sagittarius energy. So it's been a minute, right? That technically, depending on the astrology that you follow, that you've kind of been in that South Node working through your own karmic debts and things like that, and learning your lessons and moving through that energy and navigating the steep hills and swimming upstream, and boom, shifts, right? Now the focus kind of changes a little bit here. And again, if you follow Vedic astrology, the North Node's actually in Pisces right now. So it's almost as if there's felt like this kind of uphill battle. That's the phrase I've been trying to search for. Thank you, divine. If it's been this uphill battle when it comes to your career, or when it comes to gaining some sort of footing in an industry that you're a part of, it feels like you've been so focused on really getting momentum behind that, that it's like, I want to almost say like in an instant, that just like solidifies itself. And then now you have all this time to kind of like focus on intimacy and romantic partnerships and love and relationships and all of that. That could also be the door. Like the door to romance might be opening here for you. Okay. Excuse my pupper if you can hear him. All right. The moon talks about satisfying your emotional needs and nurturing yourself and others. Okay, so let's just talk about it, Scorp Sag. Let's just talk about it. This group that I'm tapped in here for y'all, you might have kind of put your emotional needs to the side for a little bit. Like, I do think that life has thrown its fair share of challenges at this particular group of Scorp Sages, where it was like, it just was your focus. I don't think you had enough energy, enough bandwidth to really balance a lot of different things as you were navigating. Again, they keep telling me this uphill battle. Okay. And then I just heard you won the war. So whatever the battle was, whatever the fight was, whatever the struggle was, you've won. Congratulations, Scorp Sag. And now it's like you get to fall a little bit into this more receptive energy, where I think you were either very much so in masculine vibe, like, okay, I gotta make it happen. I gotta take action. I gotta take lead. And you might just play like a leadership role in your family dynamics, or a leadership role in work and career. And again, we've had the whole shift in the economy and the shift in how we all live our lives now and all that stuff. It's like that could have put you in a couple of positions across different aspects of your life where you had to take the lead. You had to drive the boat or the bus or the car, whatever. And now it's kind of like getting the opportunity to get in the passenger seat for a minute and satisfy yourself. I do think that, again, I think it's been very much focused on the other, which tends to be, a Scorpio thing for sure. That kind of just like, I just see somebody just like putting out a whole bunch of different little fires. Like, okay, you need help, you need help, you need that, you need this, you need that. All right, like, let me just like go and do all those things, and just making sure everything is stable and solid and good. it's giving me 10 of wands, to be quite honest. That is your energy. It's like, yeah, oh, you need help with that? Okay, I'll take that wand. I'll take that wand. I'll take that wand because I can do it. I can shoulder it. I can struggle it. You know what I mean? It's an uphill battle, but been here before. We'll do it again. Like that type of, I think also here, Scorp Sag, there are a lot of people that look to you for that type of optimistic leadership in whatever crises you might have found yourself in. Definitely in family. And I just think it's like finally time for you to surrender. Again, the war is over. The war is won. You can finally like welcome in the shift, welcome in this change, surrender the wands, like let them all go now. Everything's good. Everybody's good. We're moving forward. We're moving on. But it's like now you get to maybe take care of you in a way that I don't think you've been able to. And a way to nurture yourself. So I also kind of feel like there could be partnerships, relationships, connections that are kind of gravitating towards you or coming towards you for that self or to support that nurturing. So you might find yourself like emotionally connecting with friends in new ways and kind of leaning on them a little bit more for that type of support. Or if you have a lover in your life, or you know what I mean? Just kind of, I just kind of feel like, yeah, it's like take a deep breath, Scorp Sag, like woosah, because it's over. Whatever that uphill battle is, it's over. You've won, you've done it. Now you get to satisfy yourself in a way that I just think has been neglected, quite honestly. And maybe in your mind, clearly for good reason, right? But it's time for that to change. Hi, Mise Meep. Thanks for being here, love. Yeah, it's time for that to change. Okay. All right, let's get into this. Oy, ay, yoy. How, okay, this is what drives me so nuts with this camera, because as I'm looking at it, the John looks straight, but then I'm looking here and it look a little crooked. Pourquoi? Why are you doing this? Okay, hopefully that didn't make it worse. I apologize, y'all. Let's focus. Okay, anyway, y'all can see, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't bother you as much as it bothers me, all right? And if it does, I apologize. I'm working on it, okay? Tell me more about this 7th house mutable energy in Pisces with the moon as the overall vibe. For Scorpio-Sagittarius, what do they need to know? I just heard choose love, Scorp-Sag. Choose love. Because maybe that's been a bit of the like thing. Is that English? Sure. I think that's been a bit of the burden here, Scorp-Sag, where so many things to worry about, so many things you have to be concerned about, so many things that you kind of have to support or have to like show up for, or I almost want to say like hardcore adulting. But more than your fair share, because they keep showing me that 10 of wands. So it's like stepping in for maybe those who struggle with adulting in your family, or, you know, just a lot of dynamics. We're going to keep this super general, right? But I just feel like the question of when can I get to this part of the whole journey, or like when can this come in? What I think is really beautiful about this, Scorp-Sag, though, is I think you've come to a point where you've recognized that you do need help. I don't think a lot of people assume that you need help because, again, you're in the 10 of wands more often than not. And you look like you're doing it well and it's easy. So, you know, it's kind of like checking on your strong friend. Just because they can hold a good footing in the face of crisis, or in the face of struggle, or in the face of adversity, doesn't mean that they're not going through it or that they don't need help. But because I almost want to say some part of this could be like the optics of everything you've gone through. It's like somehow you just either make it look easy, or because it's not necessarily shifting your spirit all that much, it's kind of like, well, how bad could it be? I'm feeling like I'm looking at the outside in on you and this situation. But I think what's internally going on here is, yeah, Nine of Swords with the Lovers. It's like realizing like, okay, yeah, a partner would be awesome. Or profound relationships would be great. You know what I mean? Like having an actual partnership would be sweet right now. I don't actually have to carry all of this, or it would be nice to be able to navigate all that demands that come in life with someone who gets it, with someone who understands, or just this feeling of I can't keep doing this by myself. I can't do this alone. So I think that's a beautiful space to be in, Scorp Sag, because oftentimes people suffer in silence. And I think that you're getting to a point where you don't want to suffer in silence anymore if you have been, okay? Or even if it has been like, okay, yeah, I'm not necessarily, I can handle this, I can make it happen. Yeah, I feel like that's Pluto helping you. Again, my brain is moving like a million miles a minute. Pluto is super connected to inner child work right now. And that's how this was coming out. It's like judgments being called on that type of behavioral pattern for you, Scorp Sag. It's like, let's re-examine this. Let's look at this a little deeper, because it's not something that I feel like assists you in being able to remain flexible in some ways. This judgment is powerful. Come on now. That's what I mean. Open heart. Yeah, judgment's been called. It's time for you to get into the Ace of Cups energy. It's time for you to open your heart up. It's time for you to surrender some sort of guard or block that you've had up when it comes to partnerships, relationships, and intimacy. That's what I mean. It's like where you might be very, very used to shouldering things, right? Not being able to trust or rely on other people to support you through hardship. So it's like, why even bother? I'll just do it. I'll just get through it like I've always gotten through it, right? But just because it's always been the mode and always been the way for you, Scorp Sag, doesn't mean that that can't change. Doesn't mean that you have to keep doing it. So this is almost like breaking the habit of taking on the Ten of Wands. Although, yeah, you can get to that finish line. Of course you can. But do you have to go about it in the Ten of Wands way? Not necessarily. But again, I think that's also juxtaposed with, okay, but who? Who's going to help bear this cross with me? Who's going to help me carry this? Or help me get things done? Who? Who can I run to? That type of thing. And I think based off of here, the who question is about to be answered. There could be multiple who's. Who's from Whoville. I'm getting Christmas energy. End of the year, December type vibes. There could be a couple who's, like who's in Whoville. Like The Grinch, my absolute all-time favorite holiday movie ever in the history of all evers. More specifically, the Jim Carrey version. It's my favorite. It's my favorite holiday movie. So I think they're showing me that because there's this, I almost want to say like mystical, magical, especially with Pisces out here, like kind of otherworldly, imagination kind of happening, a little bit of Neptune stepping in here. It's like I'm a little hesitant to say connection or relationship of your dreams, but there's some sort of story being told, right? Like The Grinch is such a good story. And again, what did the Grinch have to do? The Grinch had to open their heart. So maybe, yeah, there you go. There's Pisces energy right there, the Hangman. Maybe Scorp Sag. And I don't think by any fault really of your own. I think it's just a way that you've learned to kind of deal. But maybe possibly you've been a little bit in a Grinch mode recently. That I feel like is shifting and changing in a really major way with this lunar node shift. So I'm kind of happy for you. I'm really, really excited. It feels exciting, like kind of again, like a finally. Because I don't think you really wanted to be the Grinch. I just think the situation or the challenges or whatever you've been faced with has kind of called for that type of energy from you. I do get that maybe somebody looks at you kind of like the Grinch, which I think is hilarious. Not in a mean and nasty way, but just kind of in a yeah, just in a fun way. In a fun way, I guess I'll say. So let's look into this. What's the 7th house mutable in Pisces energy here, Divine? What are these profound relationships, romantic partnerships? Who is the who? Show us the who's. Who are the who's and whoville for Scorpio-Sagittarius? You know what? You know what? You know what? Listen to me. Listen to me, Scorp-Sag. Spirit has so many jokes right now because the High Priestess, you know who the who's are and whoville. You already know. The Emperor and the King of Cups. Lord have mercy. Emperor, energy, Aries, Taurus, okay? King of Cups, Aquarius, Pisces. High Priestess, Libra, Scorpio. So, any of those energies could mean something for you, okay? But the High Priestess says you already know who the hooties and the who the whats are, okay? Now, for some of y'all, some. Let me put a little extra emphasis on that. Some, not all, some. The who's are definitely plural. You could have an Emperor who and a King of Cups who. But ultimately, you know, and some of you maybe feel like you know, or you think you know, or you're maybe like possibly, but then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know that I could trust what I know. The High Priestess says, trust what you know. Trust what your higher self is telling you. Trust what you're being shown is what I just heard. Some of you, these are definitely two different energies coming in and or wanting to, desiring to, maybe attempting to, in order to create some sort of profound connection, relationship, have some sort of intimacy. Now, you do have Pisces out here, and the King of Cups is Piscean energy, along with Aquarian energy. So keep that in mind, all right? Hold on, give me a minute because I want to say so much. I really do. I really want to say so much. But the Ace of Wands, yeah, so there's clearly a lot of attraction here. Okay, a lot of inspiration. Remember how I said somebody might be looking at you kind of like the Grinch, but it's in a fun way? Yeah, there's the fun way about it. I don't think that this person, it's almost kind of, okay, hopefully y'all know the Grinch story. I pray you know the whole movie, or at least the gist of it, right? It's almost like you're about to meet your Cindy Lou in a way, regardless of your gender. And not necessarily that who's coming towards you as a feminine energy, because clearly the Emperor and the King of Cups, it's masculine. Pero, meaning whatever antics, whatever kind of grouchy, kind of closed off vibes you've been giving off does not scare this person. It actually kind of excites them in a way. That you almost have that kind of guard up, or that you've been locked in some sort of like a cave in a way and been able to sustain that. Yeah, I feel like the Emperor and the King of Cups, if it's the same person, if it's two different people, they look at you like the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is often hidden. The High Priestess does not socialize much. They're not out and about. They're constantly in the balance, right, with spirit. They spend a lot of time alone. It's interesting too, because it's similar to the Hermit. Very similar to the Hermit. So that's that Virgo energy, more mutable. So you could definitely have Virgo in your chart somewhere, okay? Pero, are we mad at the Ace of Wands? Who would really be mad at the Ace of Wands? No, absolutely not. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. We love that. I think you're going to enjoy that a lot, okay? And we'll clarify that a little later in the reading, but let's just keep it pushing. So you got an Emperor and a King of Cups here for romantic partnership. Tell me more about this mutable energy. What's important for a Scorp Sag to know about this mutable energy? Oh, the Grinch was on your mind the other day, Mise Meep. See, I knew Spirit was showing me that for a reason. That's what I'm talking about. I love that movie, y'all. Especially, again, Jim Carrey version, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. Would recommend every day of the year, okay? You've got the Temperance and the Nine of Wands. So this is what I'm trying to say, period. And then you got the Page of Cups. Okay. So I've pretty much already given you the reading here, Scorp Sag, but we're just going to use the cards for confirmation. Like I said, you've been a little bit of a Grinch, a little grouchy, a little guarded, a little rawr, you know? Valid, necessary, needed, not a problem. It's not an issue. It's a non-factor. It go be the Grinch. It's fine. Again, I think it's an attraction point in a very... Again, with Temperance, I think there's patience there. It's understandable because I think at the core of it, whomever the Emperor and the King of Cups, if they're the same person or different people, whomever they may be, okay? I think there's this, with the Page of Cups, there's this deeper understanding of the why you're in the Nine of Wands or why you have been in the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this could even be somebody who is somewhat close to you. So they've either known what you've gone through or they've been kind of watching you maybe, or again, however, maybe it is with Temperance, they're just getting insight from their own spirit with the Ace of Wands, okay? So this could definitely be a strong spiritual connection you have with somebody. But it's the Page of Cups. That's what has to change. You gotta open your heart. The Page of Cups is just heart open, heart forward energy. Do you know what I mean? The Page of Cups is the child that shares everything. Never really holds on to much, is constantly trying to include everybody else, like never wants anyone to be left out, just open-hearted. It's like my love bug energy. It's like, this is, I feel like, an energy that you naturally carry, Scorp Sag. You just haven't been in it in a very long time. Or maybe just for a short little while because you've had things to battle through. This is what I mean, the Nine of Wands. One thing about the Nine of Wands, yes. Are you exhausted? Are you tired? Are you burnt out? Yes, 100%. Yet, this is a testament to your spiritual strength. And again, 9 plus 1 equals what? 10. So this is the Temperance energy. This is you and your major arcana vibe, okay? Quite literally, the balance of water and fire is what Temperance represents. So you're finding balance, which is a beautiful thing, a good thing, okay? Balance within your vibe to open up your heart, Page of Cups. Clarify Temperance and the Nine of Wands here. Tell me more about Temperance and the Nine of Wands for mutable energy for Scorpio-Sagittarius. I think the Lovers wanted to come out. Yeah. So again, whatever you've been going through, I think there has been, again, a fair share of... They want me to say heartache and pain. And I think that this is in multiple aspects of your life, Scorp Sag. I don't think it's just like romantically centered. I think heartache and pain can come in many forms from many spaces. That's what the divine has been really assisting you in healing and shifting and changing and surrendering to. Okay? I feel a lot of heaviness with that Three of Swords. Again, that's what I mean. I think someone is either privy to the fact that you've recently gone through or have gone through your fair share of betrayal and hurt and pain and unfortunate circumstances, and that's maybe just been in the vibe for a while. So it's like you're understandably guarded is what I kind of just could say, Spirit, if we could get there. You're understandably guarded. Understandably. But in true temperance form, it's only temporary. Like it's never really truly long. And again, you muscle through it regardless. I just think with the satisfying your emotional needs, nurturing yourself and others, like this is a part of that. Okay. Where maybe for some of y'all, this has been neglected. It's like now it's time to pay attention to the 3 swords. The simple fact that for some of you, you've been moving the way you've been moving, battling and winning all these battles here and struggles with 3 swords in your heart says a lot. And I think that's kind of coming from this Emperor and the King of Cups kind of vibe. It's like it says a lot about your character is what I just heard. Because one thing about temperance, it's the alchemist, right? It's not an energy of retaliation of it at all. It's like, okay, I'll take what I'm given and I'll make the best out of it. It really is like making lemonade out of lemons. Life gives you lemons, you make that lemonade. Okay, some of you maybe liked that Beyonce album, visual project, whatever. Yeah. So someone's definitely been able to see or again, gain knowledge around how you've shown your mutability. Again, the magician, I'm telling you, it's like you've made magic out of pain. You've turned lead into gold several times over. And that's the Ace of Wands attraction, I feel. Okay, clarify the energy between mutable and Pisces. So you could definitely be connecting with another mutable energy or someone who has a lot of Gemini, Virgo, Sag, or Pisces in their chart. So maybe they kind of understand that whole surrender to change and being fluid and kind of making the best out of what you have. Okay. But what's the energy between the two for Scorp Sag? 8 of Cups. Yeah. In order to be in a state of surrender, you have to be comfortable with walking away and letting things go. And that's where you are with this. You are. Whatever has been a drain on you, Scorp Sag, whatever has depleted is the word they were giving me, depleted you. You've learned what you've needed to learn. You've gained the strength you needed to gain. You're shifting the pain into power through release and letting it go. Again, I don't know why that's so important to keep saying, but clearly it's going to resonate for some of y'all. It's like with the 3 swords, I feel like you've had reason. Like if you'd be, I don't want to say somewhat justified, but it would be very much so very human for you to pull that revenge card almost, or just because again, I'm like tapping into this Scorpio thing where it's like stinger out. Like I could really just end you. You know what I mean? Like not choosing violence. There we go. This is the decision to remain mutable, remain open, accept what has happened, accept what's come, not inflict it out onto anything or anyone else, accept it, change it, transmute it, turn it into strength and power, and let it be. Where, again, I feel like everything would have been totally fine had you chose another, well, I won't say it would have been totally fine. It would have been understandable. But you didn't. And it's proven, I think really mainly and more importantly to you, Scorp says that you are stronger than any pain that can come your way. Nine of Wands, you've survived 100% of your worst days. I almost want to say you've been through worse. Because something about this Three of Swords feels fresh or recent. Okay? But you're letting it go. You're letting it be. You're finding peace. You're walking away. And again, this is the point of no return. Yeah, there's the Hermit. The point of no return. So you can only head towards your Nine of Cups and your Ten of Cups. There's no going back to the state of the Seven of Cups and the conflict and the confusion and the pain and none of that. The worst is behind you. So tell me more about this intimacy, intuition, and compassion for Pisces. Yikes. Why the Five of Wands? Why the Five of Wands? Oh. Not a fan. I'll tell you what I heard. I don't really like to even get into all of that, but I kind of felt like there could be haters in the midst. Like, okay, sure, whatever. Why though? I don't really know. And maybe we'll look a little deeper into that in the extended. I'm not sure why there's opposition towards you moving forward. Somebody here, somebody in your energy does not want you to move towards intimacy or this compassion or have this kind of Ace of Wands, maybe. I don't know, because it is Wands energy. This could also mean, though, Scorp says, that you're bypassing a lot of drama. Eight of Wands is like swiftly and quickly. Again, whatever's coming up against you, I'm going to air quote that real heavy because, okay. Whatever's opposing you, right? You're going to, baby, I don't even really think it's like, how can I say that, Divine? I almost feel like with the High Priestess being out here, and again, because you've already been in the Nine of Wands, it's like child's play. This is child's play. This little kitty stuff. Nah, you got bigger things to do. Bigger fish to fry here. Like, that's what I mean. I just don't think you're going to sweat whatever this little pettiness. Sometimes the Five of Wands could just be petty. You know what I mean? People being in petty energy with you, trying to like challenge you in some way. Child. Anywho. Okay. Let them play if they want to play, but you're in the Eight of Wands. Like, I just think you're going to move past any challenge, any drama, any issues with this. With the breeze, with ease, okay? So don't sweat the small stuff here, Scorp Sag. Really don't. But what does this have to do with the intimacy, intuition, and compassion of Pisces? Oh, it's Pisces. Okay. This could also just say here, Scorp Sag, that you might be gaining a better enlightenment around why there was opposition in the first place. Because that's what I kind of felt. I'm like, that's confusing. Why would you oppose that? Like, what's all of that about? But I think you're just gaining a deeper enlightenment around what that Five of Wands challenge is meant to teach you, why it's showing up, who this could be coming from. I really just feel like, I almost want to say like brush it off. Like, I would laugh honestly at this. Like, it's comical at this point. And maybe that's just the viewpoint that you need. It's just kind of like, it's not an obstacle. It's not. How could I say this, Divine? Again, I just think it's small. I think it's like, it could be coming from multiple directions though too, which could make it feel bigger than it really is. I really do feel like though, I mean, we do have the King of Cups out here, which is again Aquarius, Pisces energy. Hangman for me is Pisces, Aries vibes. let's just say we'll move with the timeline where this is just you being enlightened a little bit deeper, a little bit more around why there was that opposition, right? We had opposition come out in your pre-channeled messages. So why? It's to teach you how to move past it quickly. It's to keep you in that mutable energy, how to shift, how to change directions real quick, and or pivot, especially if this has to do with career. Again, with this being a lot of fire, like I said at the very beginning of this reading, Scorp-Sag, trust your intuition, trust your own counsel. Like you're tapped in enough to know how to navigate this, whatever this may be. It feels small and it feels petty. It really does. And that's why I feel like Eight of Cups, like, don't get too emotionally invested in the drama that might want to come up, because child, it ain't even worth a penny. That's just what I feel. It's just kind of like I'm almost seeing, I want to be careful with the analogies I give here. I don't know why, but I don't know if you guys have seen those videos where it's like a small pup against their like parent, you know, and they think that they're barking and they're trying to like get their attention, and then it's just kind of like one little like paw swipe or shift to the left, right? And they kind of get checked a little bit. That's just what I feel. Yeah, it's like a chihuahua barking at a Rottweiler or like a pit or something. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, baby. It's funny. Like, I want to laugh. Like, it's funny. Maybe that's just the perspective you need to take. Like, take it in stride, laugh it off, because it's not stopping anything with the Eight of Wands being here. Okay. It's not stopping anything. So don't worry, Sag. Don't worry. I don't think you're really worried. I don't think you're really stressed, because you clearly have enlightenment around it. But whatever this is, maybe it has been a bit of a delay or a pause, maybe even when it comes to this 7th house energy. Okay, yeah, you got the Empress. You're chilling. You're good. Yeah, I just don't think you're too concerned or too worried about whatever that challenge is. But again, there will be an extended for this reading, Scorp-Sag, on my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. After we clarify the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups, all right, I will pull an energy for this moon vibe as your overall at the bottom of the deck. And we'll gain a little bit more clarity about what's going on here. We'll pull some more cards, see what's there, and see what wants to emerge about you satisfying your own emotional needs, nurturing yourself. Definitely going to look a little deeper into this 7th house, Emperor, King of Cups type of thing. Who is the who? Okay. We're going to dig deeper into that in the extended. We're also going to pull some sacred destiny oracles to see the highest vibrational outcome. I almost want to say, especially around this 5 of Wands, just because it's presented itself, but I mean, I don't really think like it's major, honestly. I think it's child's play. I wouldn't even bother. But we'll see. We'll just see what the highest vibrational outcome, especially since the Eight of Cups is here. It's like, now that you're in this position of walking away and heading towards your 9 of Cups, what does that look like? What does the 10 of Cups look like? And then we will pull some affirmations from a new manifestation practice and affirmation deck that I have. I'll pull one for each of these cosmic influences for you, Scorp-Sag. And that affirmation and manifestation practice will hopefully help you ground in this energy, or support you better in connecting with the energies here, so that you can navigate and make the best steps forward. All right. So if you're interested in that, again, join me on Patreon. The link is in the description box below. I also, again, like I said, have YouTube memberships as well. That link is also in the description box. But let's go ahead and clarify this Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Tell me more. What is this Ace of Wands energy for Scorp-Sag between the 7th house and Mutable? Okay. Oi. Here's more Virgo energy, and Judgment wanted to come back out. Ten of Pentacles. So that could be why. That could be why. I almost want to say though that for some of y'all, I don't think you're the hangman. Mm-mm. For some of y'all, I don't think you're the hangman. I don't think you're on a pause. I don't think you're held back from anything. I quite honestly feel like you're moving, you're shifting forward. So this could be somebody in your energy or connected to you in some way that is now being held up from moving forward themselves. I feel like the Five of Wands was like an attempt to block something. I'm going to just put that there. An attempt to block something. So it's kind of like what was set out to block you is now blocking someone else. Period. Because Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Judgment, Spirits called it. Scorp-Sag is headed for the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. Whatever this Piscean energy is, on pause until they learn to do better, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. All right, but let's get some more specific energy. Tell me more about the Ace of Wands. One message here, one card. Clarify the Ace of Wands. That's what I'm trying to say. You have nothing to worry about here, Scorp-Sag, if you were worried at all. We did see the Nine of Swords, so some of you might have just been a little overwhelmed, a little concerned. You ain't got nothing to worry about, child, okay? Ace of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. I almost want to say, like, it's easy. Like, you're easy breezy. You know what I'm saying? Flowing. It's not even a problem. You've gone through, again, your struggle already. You've mastered it. You've won the war. You've conquered the battle. You're battle tested, battle proven here. You know what I mean? You're now headed towards your Nine of Pentacles. Or you're already in your Nine of Pentacles. That's what I meant. It's like something in the career, something in the finance, something in the stability shifts, clicks into place, and then just opens this whole new door, this whole new pathway, this whole new portal, this whole new world for you that you get to explore, and you get to, again, be in your moon feminine energy, satisfy your emotional needs, nurture yourself in ways that, again, you couldn't because you were at war, Scorp-Sag. You were at war. I'm going to just put it like that. That's what it was. So maybe whomever was opposing you in that war, or the multiple, because 5 could be up to 5 different energies coming at you at once. Some of y'all, it might have even been 8 different energies trying to hang you upside down here. Nope. Well, that didn't work, did it? Nope, it didn't. And I think, again, you're Gucci. Like, you're just solid. I think in a very beautiful way. Very, very solid here, okay? And you got, it's celebration time. Yeah, 3 of Cups. Clarify the 8 of Cups energy here for Scorps. I guess we're going to get 2 and then we'll get 1. 8 of Cups energy is the 4 of Pentacles and Justice. This is what I mean. 4 of Pentacles can also be standing your ground. Do you know what I mean? Like, not losing what you've worked hard for. Not getting distracted with the small and petty stuff. There's bigger fish to fry. Y'all can fight amongst each other or whatever. Like, something is like you're immovable, unshakable with the 4 of Pentacles. And Justice, something has definitely been imbalanced for too long, and or there was some sort of wrongdoing here. Some act of injustice that is now being righted. It's almost kind of like, even with the 4 of Pentacles, with the High Priestess here, I feel like you maybe even saw this opposition coming before it actually presented itself. I honestly feel like, Scorp-Sag, a lot of y'all might be like 10 steps ahead, like, of your reality. So you can almost like prepare for what's to come before it even arrives. So when it arrives, you're still chilling. And you know what I mean? It doesn't have a major effect as if it took you off guard. I don't think much catches you off guard anymore. So you might have kind of felt this challenge coming up, held onto your coin, stood your ground, stayed low for a little while, or did something of that effect. 4 of Pentacles, held something close to the heart. Until Justice showed up. Until the scales were balanced. Others of you, this is an injustice that happened. It could be tethered to or connected to this Three of Swords that you've been holding on to for a minute. And it's time to walk away and let it go. That could be for a lot of y'all, for sure. Again, Four of Pentacles can point to a blocked heart chakra. So if your heart hasn't been open for the Three of Swords reason, or for whatever this might be, that's what's shifting and changing. Yeah. Now you're a little bit more optimistic. Now you're looking forward to what's to come. It's like, again, it's just this flow, temperance. It's this flow coming back to you after a period of a lot of trials, a lot of challenges, a lot of uphill battles that, again, Nine of Wands says you've won. So clarify, period. Yeah, an end to the sorrow, an end to the disappointments, an end to being let down. This is shadow. I think it's an end. You've completed your shadow process for the time being. It'll cycle back around as it always does. But this portion of it, yeah, you mastered it. You conquered it with the world. That's that fixed energy. You stabilized something that was imbalanced. Ha! Yeah, you stepped into your temperance energy. You stabilized opposition. Two opposing elements. You stabilized, created something new. Fire and water. You built steam. Yeah. And whatever this is, the Eight of Cups, whatever the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, I think just, again, a lot of letdown, a lot of disappointment from multiple areas of life. It's like finally being at a point where you're like, all right, that happened. It is what it is. It was what it was. I can finally breathe that out. And now you're getting that support from the universe. This is also coming off as protection too. So again, if some of you have been worried about your safety, or again, with the Five of Wands, I mean, I don't know. The energy I feel, I wouldn't be too stressed about that. But I mean, depending on how it looks to you or how it's coming towards you, you know, everybody's a little different. Just see it for what it is what I really want to say. See it from a higher point of view. Understand that it's not flesh to flesh, it's spirit to spirit. And once you walk in that and really know that and know how to move in that, it's come on now, because why would I lie? I ain't got no reason to lie. Truth. It's spirit to spirit. Don't get caught up in the bodies. Spirit to spirit. You've been at spiritual war. Yeah, and that war's been won. Now you get to head towards your Nine of Cups and ultimately your Ten of Cups. Now you get to rest in your Nine of Pentacles. You've earned it. Yeah, come on, I'll rest. What did I just say? Oh my gosh, I love this. Why? Because it's progression and the Hermit back out. It's progression. Like I said, you're turning your pain into power. Turning your pain into strength. Making peace with what's happened, what's occurred, what's let you down, what's been disappointing, who didn't show up, whatever the case may be, who said what, who did what. Letting all that go and resting on what the truth. It is not personal. It's spiritual. High Priestess. And the Hermit. Did I not say Hermit and the High Priestess? Very, come on now. With the Hierophant. That's the match. And it's almost as if who will be a part of this profound relationship, connection, intimacy, and all of that has also had to experience this. Some form of isolation, some form of going deep within, connecting to source, to self. So you're definitely going to meet, and again, some of you, this could be more than one person. It could also just be in friendship, but meet others who have journeyed similar, who can understand. That's what I mean. Yeah, you maybe have been the Grinch, but for reason, for purpose. but no more. Yeah, you're at peace now. You're at peace. Okay. Let's just go ahead and clarify the moon so we can see what we're looking into in the extended reading. Thank you so much, Divine, for this beautiful read for Scorp Sag. Okay. Lord have mercy, child. Clarify the moon energy. Thank you, Spirit. Because I'm over here like, now, how many times does the same energy got to be blocked? But that's that Five of Wands. You feel me? Petty, childish, anti-hoot. Clarify this moon. What are these emotional needs that need to be satisfied? What does it look like for Scorp Sag to nurture themselves finally after coming out of that South Node energy? Bottom of the deck, Divine. Ooh. Okay, now. Queen of Cups. So, period. Right? We had the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Now we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. We have the Empress show up as well with the Emperor. Yeah, we're just gonna talk about it's a match. It is what it is. Yeah, you're meeting your match. Venus is in retrograde, child. A lot's happening. But it's positive for you with the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. You're meeting your match. Yeah, satisfy emotional needs being clarified by the Queen of Cups. Let's go into the extended, y'all. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. All right. I thank you again, me say me. Hi, Vikram. Thanks for being here as well. If you would like a personal question answered, Vikram, you can book a private reading with me. Okay, love. I wouldn't want to tap into your energy in public like that. All right. So just let me know. That link, if you want to book a private reading with me, is in the description box below as well. All right. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to read for you in this moment, Scorp Sag. I hope that you found this reading helpful, insightful, maybe filled with some confirmation around what's going on with you, what's to come here, what you got to look forward to, Scorp Sag. Let me know what you resonated with in the comments down below. All right. Can't wait and look forward to talking to you down there. Thank you guys so much for being here again. And if I'll see you in the extended, let's go ahead and over there. And if this is where we part, Scorp Sag, I'll catch y'all in our next one. All right. Namaste.